sometimes, you know, if they sometimes they'll come with stylus.
Full dress?
The black and white.
The one with the polka dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out.
Okay. Well, there was a dress I was just thinking that would be perfect for you, but it's not. It's not in right now. We could put you in something classic like this, which is Norman Norell. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
For 1950s.
Okay.
You can do, I mean, you can do something from the 60s. You could do pop.
60s, okay. Let's do that 60s then.
So not so much classic, but more outlandish.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just want it to be visually very interesting, you know.
This is Versace. These are all Paco Rabanne. The actual metal ensemble that I'm looking for is not here. How about Pucci? That's always very popular.
Okay.
Head to toe Pucci. What do we have that's outlandish, Meg? That's in stock right now. Well, it depends on what they're coming in for. We have celebrities that come in with stylists, or we'll have celebrities come in on their own, and we're dressing them for a specific event, and or their stylists are working with them. Do they have an idea? It depends on what it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's talk about celebrity. Okay. When they come in, they usually, you said that it all depends on the events. And then let's talk about Gaga. When she come in, do you know what kind of style she's looking for? And how do you help her? Let's talk about that experience.
Well, I collaborate with Lady Gaga's stylists, and when they come in, it's for different campaigns, an ad campaign, a music video, tour. So it depends on the project, but I collaborate with what they're working on, and basically I'm a catalyst for their vision. In the case of Gaga, Nicola and her team are the the stylists behind Gaga.
Her style, I mean, when we see it on visually, it's like really like bold, spectacular. Right. So how do you? So you would select some items for her. How do you go with that?
We'll pre-select items for her, but basically we are responding to what their vision is, and we do a prep and a pre-poll for them, and that's where we start from. We're basically, as I said, a springboard for their interpretation. We're a catalyst. They'll come to us for select pieces that are unique and spectacular, as you said, that really are unattainable anywhere else. We are sourced specifically for that.
Does she prefer like any period?
No, I think I think that she has a style that's her own, and if it speaks to her, just like any of us, it works. So not to my knowledge.
And then so let's talk about Beyonce. So what she, her style is very different, I think, And then when you work with her, tell us a little bit, what's this like?
Well, in Beyonce's case, again, I've collaborated with her stylist. I've collaborated with her mother. She's exquisite. She's absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, her husband's club is 4040 is down the road from us, which is really interesting. But she's wonderful to work with, and her style is a little more classic, depending on. She always looks amazing. Again, it depends on what we cater to such a vast range of industry, from celebrity to theatrical, film, editorial, etc. So it's ever changing, and we're always working on different projects.
For you, how do you your collection coming from? It's like spread out for such a long time.
Right. Yes.
How do you decide? Where do you get them? And then how do you decide when you look at this item and say, oh my God, I got to have this one? How do you decide that?
Oh my goodness, that's a loaded question. There's so many. There's so many. There's so many different ways I can answer that. But There is a criteria for what we sell and offer here in the showroom and in the retail store. And we you know, I could just say that we set extremely high standards for everything that we merchandise. The collection spans over 100 years, and everything is museum quality and just exceptional in design and quality, in how do I say? It's, you know, everything has to be rare, original, one of a kind, and investment worthy.
Okay.
So I travel all over the world sourcing pieces.
Where do you go? I mean, United States, everywhere.
Yes,
Paris?
internationally with my children, internationally all over the place. So we make it a fun venture.
Okay. I think we're going to walk with you
Sure.
a little bit, and then you could show us some pieces.
Sure.
Okay. So first of all, I think let's have a Gaga thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So just show me she had wear before.
Okay. This you might recognize from the VMA announcements, MTV VMA announcements that she wore. This was made for her by New York Vintage in-house millinery. And just,
How
you know,
old is it? This one.
This was made, custom made for Gaga,
her, right? Yeah,
by, you know, in-house. We also do custom designs.
Ooh, okay.
For
so
specific
cool.
projects, yeah.
But the inspiration, I mean, the stylist come up with this idea, right?
No, this was ours.
You're,
yeah,
okay,
in
so
this
tell us
instance, this
more.
was ours.
What's the inspiration for that?
This was just by happenstance, to be honest with you. It was we had materials that we were working with for one project, and it didn't work out for that project, so we decided to make a hat out of it, and she fell in love with it, and you know, and there's the rest of the, you know the rest of the story. So.
Okay.
You know, it's not like we specifically said, let's devise and, you know, make this outrageous hat. It just, it was something that, it was a natural process, and she, you know, responded to it.
Yeah. It's fabulous.
I wish I had a better, it is fabulous.
It is fabulous. Yeah. Everybody saw it, and everybody loved it.
Yes. She wore it the whole night.
Yeah, let's have a different dress then, you know. How about a Beyonce dress, or, you know?
If we go to the back of the store, I can show you a dress that Beyonce's worn.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's the one in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is...
Tell us a little bit about this dress.
It's vintage Bill Blass, ombre silk chiffon, and she wore it for, you know, I don't want to quote what the magazine was, but there was a spread, an article with her, and this was the centerfold.
Okay.
Beyonce was wearing this in the centerfold. So it was an American publication. I just, you know, you have to forgive me.
You said it's vintage, so what year
this is from? Yeah, this is probably late 80s, early 90s, I would guesstimate.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eric, this is okay? All right. So now the next, I want you to pick like maybe a few items that you feel is like a true find of yours. You said, like, look at this. This is awesome.
Okay. Well,
right.
I would have to.
For yourself.
Well, our best pieces are stored away in an archive. This is our showroom, and all of the pieces are museum quality. But I have to tell you that the Fortuny, Worth, Poiret, all of the early couture pieces from the beginning of the century are stored away.
All right. Okay.
But I will show you some of my favorite pieces. Sure. We walk down this way, and I'll show you some 20s. 20s is one of my favorite eras because
I think it's so feminine.
yes, it was really the beginning of couture, and this is something that we call a car wash. Car wash.
Okay.
Yeah, car wash hem. They call this car wash hem.
Where do you get it? It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Look at this. Where do you find things like this? My God.
From undisclosed sources.
All right. But just tell me, the first time when you saw it, how do you feel?
Oh, I mean, how do you feel? You feel it's euphoric. You're just like, oh my goodness! Just the same way that you're responding to it. It's happiness. I don't know how else to describe it. Finding and being able to own a piece of history and something from the 1920s this is all handmade is really rewarding.
And when you see your customer wear it, I mean, you know, this is like antique, and then it's what does that make you feel?
Incredible, because they understand, and it's a shared vision, so it feels incredible.
And then for me, I was just like,
excuse me, I'm sorry. 1 second. We're gonna have to, yes.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So let me go back to this. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you find, I mean, you don't have to tell me where do you get it, but tell me a little bit, like, you know, what's the previous owner is like.
Well, these aren't always obtained from private collections. You know, to be honest with you, there's other various sources where we do purchase pieces like this. So I don't always have provenance on them, as I purchase pieces, I do as much research as I can on any particular, garment, just to try to understand if there's a history, where it was made, if it was something later, if it had a zipper on it, is it a French zipper, is it American, where it was manufactured, what designer would it be indicative of, Poiret, Vianney, try to get some understanding of the piece in particular.
So I have to go back to the question again.
Yeah,
so
sure.
When you see people wear this,
Sure.
You're fine. What do you feel?
Elated, absolute elation, because it's a shared vision, and it's incredible. They're embodying this shared vision and wearing it, and they look amazing in it. So it feels really, really good. We work quite extensively with Boardwalk Empire, which is an HBO series filmed here, and we saw many of our 20s dresses just come alive on screen, and to see them have this continued life is very, very fulfilling, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience.
Okay, so it's like giving it another life again.
Yes, absolutely.
Seriously. Every time I look at this is like, who would think?
Right.
100 years later,
another
woman will be wearing it.
Right. Well, they do actually. If you look at Gucci's spring 2012 collection, there's a direct influence of the 1920s in this season's collection. 20s has, there's a resurgence and of the era, and the mood is definitely very, very relevant right now in fashion.
Okay. So that's one more piece that
sure.
you like.
I mean, all of the 20s are.
Okay.
are
we could talk about another one. I mean, let's have a different era.
Well, so everything up here, it basically starts off 20s and moves into the 30s. But we could move into another era. Well, we have this dress out right now. I'll just point out that this was something worn by Kim Cattrall to a red carpet event. We work with so many celebrities. I don't know exactly which event it was, but if you want to,
this is from what?
This is 1930s.
30s, okay.
Yeah, this is metallic gold silk bias gown from the 1930s with Egyptian revival belt, belt buckle detail.
Okay.
Here's an example of an amazing lamé, silver lamé dress. This is all lamé from the 1930s, which is really incredible. You can't get this material today. It's just it's not manufactured.
Tell me a little bit about the material. Why you said that you cannot get the material?
It's all metal. The whole entire it's a metal woven metal material. That is not produced. It's just too costly to produce today. So there's one example of that.
This is the 30s?
1930s.
30s. Okay. Let's jump to like 80s.
Sure. Let's take a walk down.
Yeah, that's right.
Down here. What do we have in 80s? Just about everything. In 80s, I would say French is probably my favorite. Elia Mugler, which actually is a little bit on the other side. But, back down here again, this is something that Gaga wore from the 1980s, from us. Yeah. I just happened to see it, so it's everywhere you look. I mean, if you look up, it's not out yet, but this is in Men in Black 3. This was something that was ours. You'll see that in the movie. This is a Gucci piece from the 1970s, a Gucci tabard. Dress. There's one piece after the other is museum. But I would probably say in terms of the 80s, the French designers are.
Let's go.
Okay, sure.
Just one.
Just
okay.
Okay, just
and
one.
Then I would, and then we would put on my dress.
Okay, this is pretty incredible. This is a fan. Oopsie, excuse me. This is a fan pleated bustier by Thierry Mugler.
This is wearable?
This is absolutely wearable. This has gone out on many of editorial
Ooh, wow.
editorials.
This is so little.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wear with this? This is like, oh my god, showing everything.
Here's another Mugler that's really incredible. His cut is just unsurpassed. It's really incredible. Mugler and Alai are both two of my.
So these are 80s we're talking
These
about.
are these are 80s and late 90s and early 90s. So those are pretty incredible. You could just put that one back in there. Well, you said one, so I gave you two.
Okay, that's good enough. So let me put on my dress,
Okay,
and
wonderful.
then we could do that.
Let's do it.
All right, so Shannon, tell us what's the history of this dress, this couture dress?
You're wearing 1980s Chanel.
Wow, it's Chanel.
Chanel.
No wonder. I look so fabulous.
You never go wrong with French couture.
Okay, 1980s.
1980s. This is an example of something that would be pulled for a red carpet event.
Okay, so at that time, do you think how much would that sell for this dress?
If I had to guess, I would say maybe 15,000.
15,000. But now, how much does it worth? You think?
How much is it worth now? Probably, we're probably hasn't appreciated so much. It takes a little bit of time for things to, appreciate.
Just give me estimate.
I would say retail. If this were selling today, it would probably be within the same bracket, probably 15,000 to 18,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can tell. I would say that at that time you sell for $1,500.
No, 15,000.
$15,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, but now it's like about.
It would retail for about 18,000.
18,000.
Yeah,
okay.
somewhere in there.
So this is like a dress, but over the time it's still.
It's still going to appreciate in value, absolutely.
Right.
Well, yeah. We're comparing retail what it would sell for. On the resale market, it's different unless it is couture. So.
So any celebrity wear this before?
Not this in particular, but this is a newer acquisition for us. But we get requests for Chanel quite often.
Okay. Oh, this is fabulous.
Yeah, and you look gorgeous in it.
Yes. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
How much do you ask for rental? I cannot afford to buy it, but
Our rentals start at 500 and up.
Oh, okay. This is fabulous. I look good.
It's very. It almost has a Dior inspired feeling from it, which is very popular today again.
Okay. All right. So let me do that. I'm going to do the opening and my ending, and then we're done.
Great.
Okay. Oh, the mic. I need your mic.
Okay.
You can drink.来，5、4、3、2。大家看我穿这个样子，没想到吧？七费也可以，很有女人味的呢。如果到纽约来呢，我希望大家来这个纽约经验一下这个老纽约的这个风味。那么我觉得呢，最好的方式之一就是来到旧衣店。那像我现在身上穿的这个呢，就是1980年代的香奈儿。这件衣服呢，在当时要卖15000块美金。经过了这么多年之后，这件衣服现在值多少钱呢？18000块美金。OK， 可以吗？后面不要讲 OK 好不好？好吧，那再从头来这样子。我再讲一次我就说，来经验一下不同的纽约。我看那个，对不对？看那个，来经验一下不同的纽约。下不同的最好方式就是来到旧货店，从这些身上味道就来5、4、3、2。大家现在看我穿这个样子，没想到吧？齐斐也可以这么有女人味呢。我现在身上穿的是1980年的香奈儿。来到纽约呢，我要怎么样？来到纽约。约的历史，我觉得最好的方式之一就是来旧货店。 纽约古时候的风华。好，来再一次，来5的风华，5、4、3、2。大家看我穿这个样子，很惊讶吧？没想到吧？齐斐也可以这么有女人味。大家如果来到纽约呢，我希望大家呢也去看一看纽约的历史啊。最好的方式之一呢，就是来到一个旧衣店里面，在这个旧衣店里面呢，从这些古老的这个衣服里面，你可以看看古时候纽约的风华。老纽约的，你可以看看老纽约的风华。好了，再一次啊，体会一下，你可以体会一下老纽约的风华。来5、4、3、2，大家看我穿的这个样子，没想到吧？齐斐也可以这么有女人味。来到纽约呢，我希望大家啊，来这个旧衣店体会一下啊，因为从这些古老的衣服里面，再一次啊，来我再一次来5、4、3、2，大家看我穿这个样子，没想到吧？齐斐也可以这么的有女人味。我现在身上穿的呢，其实是一个老古董衣服啊，是一个1980年代的香奈儿礼服。那么来到纽约呢，我希望大家啊，也可以到这个旧衣店来，因为从这些老衣服上面，你可以看到很多旧纽约的风华。可以吗？可以哈。好了，那我要去换那个另外一件做 ending。5、4、3、2。我现在身上穿的这件衣服呢，是一件快100年历史的古董衣。为什么挑这件衣服呢？因为20年代的侍女呢是我的梦想，我觉得她们非常性感又非常的神秘。穿上这件衣服之后呢，我就打算待会到纽约的 Speak Easy， 就是地下酒吧去喝一杯酒，顺便回想一下风味。好来5、4、3、2。我来再一次5、4、3、2。我现在身上穿的呢是那个 tag 好 ，OK， 看见了哦，5、4、3、2。我现在身上穿的呢是一件快100年的古董衣。为什么特地挑这件20年代的礼服呢？因为我觉得20年代的侍女非常的性感又很神秘，一直是我的梦想。今天穿上这个衣服之后呢，我就决定待会到纽约的这 Speak Easy， 就是地下酒吧去喝一杯小酒，顺便回味一下纽约这30年代禁酒时期的风味。TVBS 新闻范九黄松浦在纽约所做的报道。再一次好 ，OK。靠近那个人多一点，再靠一点。OK， 好，来再一次哦。5、4、3、2。我现在身上穿的呢是一件快100年的古董衣，再一次哦。来，5、4、3、2。我现在身上穿的呢是一件快100年的古董衣。为什么特地挑这一件20年代的礼服呢？是因为我特别喜欢20年代的侍女所展现的性感以及神秘感，所以穿上这件衣服呢，我就决定待会到纽约的 Speak Easy， 就是地下酒吧去喝一杯酒，顺便回想一下纽约在禁酒时期的风味。TVBS 新闻范觉黄松浦在纽约所做的报道。
可以了。
好，他说，好，这一件好了啦，这件是80年代的，穿起来，这是外套。都不知道怎么穿。
好像秀一下，要转圈那种。
对吗
OK， 好。
这连穿都不会穿。我穿一下好了，这只是外套。
OK， 要不要转一下？好。OK。
这样可以吗？
嗯。
It's so silly 其实可以了。Yeah, we're good. I'm just looking for the leather outfit. I want to have another shot of it, but I can't
Which
find
one?
it. The one, I think it's the 80s you mentioned, and it's about. How do you remember everything?
Let me get out of your shot.
等一下。
Okay. This one is also 80s,
你再
right?
转一
Do I
下。
remember? No, oh, 70s. Okay, this one is 70s. Okay. This one is also 80s,
你再
right?
转一
Do I
下。
remember? No, oh, 70s. Okay, this one is 70s.
转来转去这样吗 ？OK， 好，等一下哦。OK， 可以。
Okay, all right.
And when they come in, it's for different campaigns, an ad campaign, a music video, tour. So